So do you guys have any data in support that shows that this is actually helpful to students? Has there been any schools that have had avoidance only, and then the students, like, nobody gets pregnant in the school the entire time? Like, do you have any specific instances where this actually worked better?
I do. Can I volunteer to answer? Sorry. I'm a parent in Northeast ISD in San Antonio, and I've done a lot of research on what we've done in the past and what we're doing now. And in May of 2016 is when they voted to adopt the new curriculum that went into effect the fall of 2016. So they've only had it for a couple years. And that is a sexual risk reduction program, and it does include all the things we've been talking about up here. And so but prior to that, they had a program called Choosing the Best, which would be in the Abstinence Plus category. And it actually got funding from the state of Texas, approved by the state of Texas, meets the 28.004. And I didn't bring it today because it wasn't part of the TEKS, and I was told to stay really focused, but I can provide it. It actually took middle school pregnancy from like total of, let's say, I think it was 12 total middle school pregnancies back in 2008 when the program Choosing the Best was brought in, and it reduced it down to 1, only in 8th grade. So not a 6th grade, not a 7th grade, 1 8th grader, the last year they had it. So an incredible amount of pregnancy success. That's the easiest to get your hands on. That was ignored when they chose to get rid of that, because that program cost money, whereas the risk reduction program was handed to my school district for free, paid for by a federal grant. And so they abandoned a program that their numbers, which I got from an open records request specifically, said that it worked. And all of the testing that Choosing the Best has done can show you that it works, and went for a program that, believe it or not, if you go out to HHS, where it talks about Draw the Line, Respect the Line, which is the program that my school district adopted, the publisher specifically says that all the testing they did, it was not effective in changing girls' sexual behavior. That was their conclusion, yet we chose that program. It delayed onset of sexual activity for a couple months or something like that. Whereas the data I've seen on the sexual risk avoidance programs will actually, if you go research it and look, or we can help provide that information, it will actually say that they delayed having sex for over a year. So there's a lot of really good data that supports Abstinence Plus programs. And the other thing I'd like to just comment on, I know it's uncomfortable to talk about anal sex, and I know that that's not on the topics listed here. But the reason that we brought it up is all the sexual risk reduction programs that we have seen include it as a sexual activity. And so if you don't want that to be there, you're going to have to be very specific. Otherwise, it will be there in a list of sexual activities. And then the last thing is, I think back to the question over here, the biggest difference between the Abstinence Plus and crossing the line over to sexual risk reduction is the amount of time spent on abstinence and understanding the benefits to do so. The sexual risk reduction program that is in my school district spends hardly no time at all, doesn't even use the word abstinence, and you can have sex or not have sex, whatever you feel ready for. And if you look in the packet I gave you, I copied out of the teacher's manual where it says that. And so it's not promoting or helping the kids even understand the basic benefits of being abstinent. And so that's another thing that's different, is the amount of time that's spent on contraception and sexual activity versus abstinence.